FCI A2O Rapid Fire interviews, where I have a chat with well-known personalities in our dog world, for all of us to get to know them a little bit better, to find out a little bit about gossip and, those questions that you always wanted to know. How Rapid Fire works is that I ask a series of short questions to our invited guests, and if I need them to elaborate, I say, please elaborate. Or if you haven't watched any previous episodes, all the episodes of this program are actually on our FCI A2O Asia, Africa, Oceania section Facebook page, and you can find posters and things like that for where it is. So do watch the previous episodes that are all there for you to watch whenever you want to. So the idea of this show came about during the COVID-19 pandemic, which saw many of us isolated at home. And so these Zoom interviews came about as a way for us to have some fun, to get to know each other better, and importantly, to be connected with one another again. Today, I have the pleasure of having a chat with Ken Chuah from Malaysia, the president of the Malaysian Kennel Association. Hi, Ken. How are you and how are you doing?
I'm good, and how are you?
I'm good. How are you coping with lockdown?
Bored to tears.
Okay, yeah, I think most of us are. So, all right, Ken, I'm gonna jump straight in. Let's get going. Right, Chinese food or Japanese food?
Both, as long as it is good, they are good.
Okay, Italian or Indian?
The same answer. I love both.
Okay, and do you cook?
Yes, for now, yeah.
For now, or does that mean you normally don't cook, or?
No, normally I don't cook. Well, we are Malaysians. When we go out, think food is easily available. So yeah, I eat out most of the time.
Okay, and so during this lockdown, have you learned how to cook? Is that a skill that you've developed?
I have become a chef. Trust me.
So there's an ultimate.
Thanks to your wife who introduced the air fryer.
Yes, the magic air fryer. Okay, if you could travel anywhere in the world right now, where would that be?
Right now, of course, nowhere. But if I had to choose a place, it will be in Canada, because there are many nice places I haven't seen yet. I would love to go back there again.
Excellent. And if you could be any kind of wild cat, what would it be and why?
A tiger, I suppose.
Okay, why?
Well, they are majestic and beautiful to begin with, and solitary and private, just like me.
Good answer. What's the first thing you notice about someone when you meet them?
Okay. The eye contact and the hand gesture.
Okay.
It speaks a lot about the person. Yeah.
I agree. Okay, can you tell us a little bit about what breeds of dogs you've owned? Just tell us a little bit about those.
Okay, now I begin with English Cockers, and it will always be my breeds. And over the years, I have English Setters and Irish Setters. But English Cocker has always been my main breed.
Those are your heart dogs. So name two English Cockers that were not owned or bred by you that you most admire.
Okay, that's easy. Lynn Water, Dawn Shimmer, and Viljana Waterfall.
And who's the other one?
Viljana Waterfall.
Okay. What FCI grading would you give to Teresa Ting?
Excellent.
And what about Anita Mui?
It's not really my great fan, Anita Mui, but okay. Excellent too.
Okay, so that's sorted out, Kasim. If you had a genie in a lamp, what are three things you would wish for?
I'll wish to get back to normal days when we can shake hands. Okay, I can travel and I can meet friends and just go back to normal life. Then I can go back to work, of course. These are the three things.
Okay, good answer. Um, what what do you prefer as a judge's gift? Do you like a gift, or do you like you know, what was your preference as a judge's gift?
Something light and small, nothing too heavy that tons you have to check in as an excess baggage now.
So
Something
cash,
light and small to
cash is the
remember.
best then. Cash
Oh
works.
yeah, oh yeah, easy to spend as well.
Okay. If What is the best advice given to you as an exhibitor? What was the best advice you were given?
Keep learning, never stop learning, and be teachable.
Was that advice also that you were given as a breeder?
Oh yes, I think this is a general advice that I come to know, given by many people in the dog world. So it is sound advice, and I think every exhibitors, breeder, or judges should do the same. Keep learning.
Absolutely right. I agree with you. So milk chocolate or dark chocolate?
Oh, dark anytime.
3 things that you must do every day.
Oh goodness me. 3 S's.
Okay, I'm going to
Not
stop you there.
necessarily in the order.
This is a family show, so I'm not going to ask you to elaborate. I think most people know what those are. How many languages do you speak?
If it's including of dialect,
Yep,
5.
5. Okay, good. Do you Instagram your food or Facebook your food?
No, I'm not an Instagram person. Never.
But
Never,
Facebook,
never.
do you Facebook your food if you have eat anywhere interesting, or you know, interesting dishes? Do you Facebook them?
I cannot remember I have Facebook any, but if I have, it's really rarely, 1 or twice.
Okay, okay. What's the best excuse you have heard for someone being late?
Kidnapped by aliens, probably.
I can't believe someone actually told you that. Okay, 3 strange things or habits about people which annoy you.
Okay. People who brag a lot, self-glorifications, one of them, and people who like to shove their opinions down your throat, which I absolutely hate it.
Okay.
And probably someone who pick their nose in a public. That's outright disgusting.
Okay. Online dog shows, yes or no?
Oh yes, yes, yes. I agree to that. Yes.
Okay. Can you share a little bit with us why you are in agreement with online dog shows?
Okay. They are, of course, they are different than a real judging, you know. But I don't see any reason why not, because all of us, like it or not, this time and age, we share pictures to other people, to friends, to breeders, and we ask for their honest opinion just based on photos.
Right.
And
Yeah.
what's the problem of having online,
Yeah.
you know, judging? So it's fine. I'm absolutely not. I have no objection to that.
Okay. What's one thing that freaks you out or creeps you out?
Rats.
Yes.
You know the story of rats from your home to my car?
Yes. Yes. Let's not go there.
Oh my goodness.
I have nightmares about that. Okay. Would you rather be able to fly like Superman or to be able to read people's minds?
Oh, I would love to fly, and I would love to fly like Superman, of course. I'm too scared to read people's mind. Why am I fired out? No way.
Okay, this pandemic has taught me personally about gratefulness. Who are 3 people that you are grateful for in the dog world? You know, that they have influenced you or in some way shaped who you are today?
Okay, I can't really say that this pandemic during this pandemic time, the people that I know have really shaped me as to who I am today. But I do realize that I have a group of friends who keep constantly checking. We check on each other.
No,
Also,
sorry to interrupt. What I meant was that the pandemic has taught me about gratefulness. So I wanted to know who you are grateful for in the dog world that have shaped who you are as a person today.
who?
Yeah, people have influenced you, people that have taught you stuff. You know, three people that, or it could be less than three, but people who you feel have helped you in that way.
No, like I said, not maybe not really like in the dog world. Like I said, a group of friends that I have, that have really helped me. Of course, like you are one of them. We constantly keep in touch with me, and 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 other friends. I cannot specifically say who because there are so many of them. So yes, and I'm really grateful to them that I come to this dog world and I get to know all these people. Yeah.
Okay. Who has influenced you in the dog world?
Who has influenced me in the dog world? Okay. If you want to talk about the past, of course, the breeder that I know, the English Cocker breeder from Scotland, Elizabeth McLean, she has really influenced me a lot in the breed and dogs and breeding, things like that. Then over the years, of course, you are one of them. We share a lot of things, when we travel and things like that. So, yeah. So I would say probably both of you are probably influenced a lot in my life, yeah.
Okay.
As far as dog world is concerned,
yeah. How important do you think mentorship is in the dog world?
very, very important. Very, very important. Personally, I find that mentorship is so important that if anyone who wants to start or get into these sports, they must have a mentor that they can go to for guidance, for advice. So they can have more than one mentor because it's to widen their exposure and that increases the learning curve.
Okay,
Yeah.
I agree. Arnold Schwarzenegger or Jason Statham?
Definitely not Arnold.
Okay, why?
I can't stand him. Look at him. He's like, he's just so.
Let's move on because I like him. So anyway, do you consider yourself a bit of a rebel or goody two shoes?
Goody two shoes are only for children, not for adults like you and me.
Oh, I see. Okay, I've been
You're
told.
not.
Describe yourself
You're
as a
not.
teenager in 3 words.
Goody two shoes.
Okay, moving along. 3 things that you take with you if you were stuck on an island.
Stuck on an island. Would I be alone there or?
Let's assume you're alone.
Oh, goodness. I'll bring my scotch, a guitar to entertain myself, and my phone to connect with the world.
Okay. Do you snore?
I don't know. I think so. A bit.
You think so? Okay. Round the world business class ticket or a trip to the moon?
Now, why would I want to go to the moon? Why would
Boring. I would love to go.
Oh,
I
no.
would love to go into space just to see what's there. What era in the dog world would you like to travel back into if you could or if you wanted to?
In the 80s and the 90s.
Why?
Probably because I started and get involved in dogs during that time. And just have a little bit of great memories.
So nostalgia more than anything else.
Yeah, and then those days when we don't have internet, so one have to really travel to learn. I find that a hands-on learning, is so much valuable those days rather than internet today. Yeah.
I agree. Do you play any sport or game?
Used to when I was young,
What?
badminton and volleyball. I was good at that.
Favorite sport to watch on TV?
None, not now.
Okay.
I'd rather sleep.
I thought you'd like to watch snooker. A walk along
No.
the beach or the mountains?
Actually, both depends on.
You have to pick one. You can't tell me both. You have to pick one. Come on.
Oh, then if that's the case, it will be the mountain because I'm a bird photographer. So obviously with the mountain, yeah,
Okay.
that's my other hobby.
What inspires you?
Art in general.
Art. What sort of art?
Okay. Authors who write novels, musicians, they are into arts. These are arts. So these are the people that inspire me.
Okay.
Yeah.
If dog judging ended at best of breed, do you think it would lead to increased interest or decreased interest in our sport?
If it's end at best of breed, that will be very boring.
Okay.
That will be very boring. Personally, I think it will not increase. So it will stay plateau or it will go down.
Okay. What's your biggest pet peeve with exhibitors whilst judging?
Oh, exhibitors pay me with a nice compliment in the hope that I would change their opinion of the dogs.
Good morning, sir. Hello, sir. How are you, sir? Yeah.
Well, there's another one, dirty dogs, and dogs that is overly powdered. I hate that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree. Who is one person who always cheers you up?
Oh, my Malaysian politicians. They give me a good laugh and giggle of what they said.
I think politicians everywhere have that effect on most people. What chore do you hate doing?
What show do I hate doing?
What chore do you hate doing?
Oh, that's easy. Ironing clothes. Absolutely.
Okay, I am with you on that one. Ripped jeans. Did you ever get the logic behind ripped jeans?
No, not at all. They look like, professional beggars walking around the street, asking for money.
That's something.
And the jeans is very costly, by the way.
Yeah, that's exactly what my grandmother would say. Okay, name an indoor show venue that you particularly liked or that particularly impressed you.
Okay, there are not many indoor shows around the world, mainly I think in Asia. Recently, not long ago, the one that I judged, the Indonesia winner show, that show is quite good. It's easy for the exhibitors and spacious, very well run as well. Another one is our own show in Ampang.
Okay.
Years ago. Very spacious, and exhibitors can really seriously drive up right at the entrance. Yeah.
I know
You remember that, right?
Yeah. Okay, and favorite outdoor venue?
In Ireland, this place called Kalani.
Yeah.
Yeah, where there's a big old church as a backdrop. Really beautiful.
Funny you mentioned that. I also interviewing, I can't remember who, I said that I love that because of the church and the backdrop.
Oh yes.
It was a beautiful sunny day. I remember it was It was excellent. Okay. Do you think a breed club or a national club influences a breed more, or who puts better foundations for the dog world in terms of people getting involved, a breed club or a national club?
The breed club, usually they are the authority behind the breed. So obviously their influence are really fantastic. Okay, but in order to grow, to have a solid foundation, both breed clubs and national clubs, they have to work hand in hand because they are all interconnected.
Okay.
Now, so one cannot say that, okay, I do my things, you do your things. No, because as a show organizer, you know that at a certain stage, both will need each other, financially or economically, the kind of thing.
Yeah. What's your middle name?
Some people know Sean, but many people call me Mr. Nice Guy. How about that?
I'm not sure about that one. Okay, what's one thing on your bucket list?
Okay. To spend a month in Serengeti in Africa, a month in Serengeti, and also probably I would like to really have a look at the Northern Lights, which is something very rare.
Yeah. Those are two very good things. What's your favorite binge food or your favorite junk food?
Oh, that's quite easy. Peanuts and rum and raisin ice cream.
No, but you have to be
Once
specific.
I start, I'll never stop.
You have to be specific here. It's Malaysia Airlines peanuts.
Oh, yes. Malaysian airline peanuts. I remember I keep asking you to bring it back. Peanuts for
Malaysia Airlines
me.
peanuts, and it's Haagen-Dazs rum and raisin, not just any old rum.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Yes.
Okay,
yes.
what's your favorite color?
Oh, green and red, very Christmas.
Do you believe in fate?
No, never.
Okay. Beard or mustache? Have you ever had either?
Excuse me? Do I look like a person who can grow beard or mustache?
Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not. Cinema or Netflix?
Actually both, but preference cinema.
Okay. Do you have any recurring dreams?
Yeah, those weird people I met in the dog world sometimes give me some very real nightmare.
That's a nightmare, definitely. Do you have a favorite saying or a motto?
No, actually, I don't.
Okay. Another question. You're the president of your kennel club. How does operations or dog shows and things like that look for you, for your kennel club post COVID? How are things going to change?
I think, yeah, it's going to change quite a lot. It depends on when the COVID vaccine is being found. If it's not, otherwise it's going to change a lot in terms of how people interact with each other,
Right.
and how often we can organize shows. Okay, because also we have to think of exhibitors' safety as well.
Yeah.
And having said that, the next thing that comes into mind is the venue, because there are certain venues we need a little bit of. When talk about social distancing, venues is very important. We need certain size of venues so that we can actually space the exhibitor out as far as benching is concerned. So it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be, I think it's going to be a challenge, but we are not going to stop here, but we will carry on and find ways to go about it. Yeah.
Excellent. I think just to elaborate on that, I think in Asia, most of our dog shows, with the exception of specialty shows, most of our shows are indoors. So this will be more of a challenge, finding venues where we can get enough space and things like that, because venues cost a lot of money. So it's
True.
different for outdoor shows. It's easier to space people out and, on a field and things like that. So yeah.
But I have no problem. I have you to support, so I'm fine.
What is one sentence you would like to see in your obituary about your time in the dog world when your time comes to meet your maker?
Oh, I would like to think that I'm a good dog person, because the best time I spent, it was at the dog show in the dog world. You know what I mean? So yeah, I would like to think that I'm a good dog person.
Okay, Ken, thank you very much. That about wraps up our
Well,
interview. I hope you've had fun. I've had fun, even though I know you so well, but there's a few things I got to know you about you. So thank you so much for joining us and for sharing your time and your thoughts with us today. Thank you. Stay safe. Take care.
you too, and stay safe, everyone. Bye.